In this video, we're going to be looking at areas of fractions that involve a half, a third, and a quarter. All of the examples that you will see here are similar to work that you have done in your activities, where obviously we broke it down into the individual fractions. Now we have a mixture that will require you to think carefully about the number that denominator is. In your examples today, it may say work out a half, where you would need 2 circles, because in a half the denominator says 2, therefore 2 circles. It may say 1/3 of 12, therefore you would need 3 circles, because a third has 3 for its denominator. And obviously with a quarter, it has a 4 for its denominator, so I'm sure you've worked out the pattern by now. You will need 4 circles. Some of the examples that you may see today may involve you to use some reasoning. In our example that we have down here at the bottom, it asks us a quarter of the shape is shaded, and we have to work out if this is true or false. We can see that we have a triangle with inside a larger triangle. The question is it a quarter, and how do we know? The difficulty is there are no equal lines to work out if one part of the 4 parts that are there are coloured. We can, though, surmise that the top of this point of the triangle, if we were to draw a straight line going across, would create the other part of the triangle there. We obviously have the outside of the triangle going around there, and from this bottom point up to the top point there, we can clearly see that we have now one part of 4 equal parts that are coloured, and therefore we would be able to work out that it is indeed true 1/4 had been coloured, and this is how we would explain our answer. Please pause the video now so that you can engage with your activity. Welcome back. In this section of the plenary, we're going to have a look at some of the problem solving tasks that we may have to encounter using fractions. This question says, who has more, and explain why. Rosie says she has 1/4 of £8. Whitney says she has half of £6. We are being asked who has more. In order to do this, we would need to clearly work out what 1/4 of 8 equals. In this case, we would need 4 circles to share our £8 in between, or if we know our multiples, how many 4s make 8? In this case, 1, 2, and we need one of those amounts, therefore the answer being £2. With Whitney, we can see that the denominator says 2, or 2 circles to share our £6 into, or in our case with our multiples of 2, how many 2s make 6? 2, 4, 6, that would be 3, and we need one lot of 3 because that's what the numerator says. Therefore we can clearly see that Whitney has more money than Rosie does, because Rosie ends up with a total of £2 being 1/4 of £8, and Whitney ends up with £3 because she has half of £6. In this example, Eva says, I have 1/4 because she has 4 marbles. Do you agree? Explain why. Well, the question is Eva's 4 marbles one piece of the 4 pieces that are there all together? If we were to draw boxes of 4, as Whitney has done, do we have 4 boxes, or do we have a different amount of boxes? When we finish drawing our lines, we can clearly see that there are 5 boxes in total, so Eva actually has 1/5, or 1 piece of the 5 equal pieces that there are, and not 1/4. Therefore, Eva is wrong, and you can explain it using that very method, that Eva has 1/5 because there are 20 marbles altogether and she has 4. And 4 goes into 20 5 times. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember you can watch it back at any point if you would like to revise anything, and we will see you in the next session.